Bro, we need to talk and we need to speak about this urgently because somewhere along the way, society has given you professional garbage disguised as Master Ugue's advice. Just be yourself. Yeah, nah. Being yourself only works if your current self is your upgraded self. If your current self is that ideal self. But if your self right now is inconsistent, unconfident, scrolling instead of building, living life as an NPC, then why would you want to be yourself? You don't need to be yourself. You need to rebuild yourself. And that's exactly what we'll be going over today. So let's get it. GK style. Let me tell you a quick story just before we begin. November 2021. Not a meltdown, not a catastrophe, not a crazy turning point within my life. It was just that slow, suffocating feeling that, yep, day in, day out, I'm doing the same shit. I'm not really getting anywhere. It was just another average day in bed and I'd wake up at 1 p.m. extremely tired. I don't know. I guess I was just tired from feeling tired, which doesn't even make fucking sense. I'd stare at my phone for an hour and tell myself, you know what? Tomorrow, I was gonna finally start being consistent. And then tomorrow came around. What do you think happened? It was the next day. And I told myself, oh, let me go to the gym. That voice came over again. That be yourself version of me came up again. Nah, let's do it tomorrow, man. You're fine, man. It's cool. It's cool. Yo, let me go about and find my purpose in this world. I'll probably just come eventually. La-di-da land, rainbows and sunshines, everything's okay. So essentially, I was alive, but I was not living. I was breathing, but I was basically fucking dead. And one night specifically, I remember looking in the mirror, bloodshot red eyes because I was drunk and I was staying up all night. I asked myself, is this really the version of me that I want to become? Is this really the version of me that I'm happy with? And that moment hit harder than all these wishy-washy be yourself quotes because it exposed the fucking truth. It exposed that this wasn't my identity. Myself wasn't my identity. Myself was the current habits that I was doing, how I was living on autopilot. And this is exactly when I realized, why the fuck would I continue to be myself? Why the fuck would I continue to live this way? Why the fuck would I want to keep living this current version of myself when it was built on accident, when it was built with no resistance? And this becomes the same for you as well. When you realize the identity that you build, the current self that you build wasn't intentional, it was accidental. It was formed with trauma, with pain, with excuses, with instant gratification. The next question becomes, what do you build instead? Now here's the part that I wish school taught all of us. Psychologists call it the dynamic self concept, meaning that your identity is not fixed. It's not something that's set in stone. It's not genetics. Ah, fuck, I just bit my tongue. And that's exactly what I always say. Your decisions today will define your tomorrow. Your habits write the code. Your environments run the system. So when you're scrolling on the internet or when society tells you to be yourself, they're unintentionally saying, stick to outdated software, stick to Windows 7, don't update yourself, don't improve yourself, don't even try. But the life that you want, more confidence, more discipline, a better physique, better income, requires a different operating system. Old you can't run future level tasks. A PS3 can't run Cyberpunk 2077, can it? So the real question becomes, what is the next version of you supposed to do? So instead of just trying to be yourself, why do you ask yourself, who is the next version of me? What is the version of me that I wish to become? Build it just like a video game character. The example I'm gonna give is GTA 5. Just before you start, when you adjust the appearance, you adjust some of the stats, do it this way. So you can be like confidence levels, discipline levels, physique. How does your physique look? Are you bulked? Are you skinny? Real growth doesn't really happen by finding yourself. It happens through constructing yourself, just like in a video game. And here's a little metaphor that I want to use. Your future you is like a suit, like a tailored suit. Cool, the first time you step into it, it might not fit, but eventually you adjust and you grow into it. And the thing is, you don't need to wait to feel ready in order to be this version of you, because that's backwards. You don't magically become confident and then act confident. You'll act confident and then you'll become confident. Identity follows your behavior, not the other way around. But if this makes so much sense, which I know for a fact it does, why do people resist this change? Why do people resist becoming this upgraded version of themselves? You see, people cling on to their current personalities just to feel safe. Being yourself feels safe. Comfort is predictable. Predictable feels familiar. And familiar feels good, even if it's limiting you. But the thing is, familiar doesn't give a fuck about your potential. Familiar only cares about keeping you the exact same. Being yourself becomes just another excuse to avoid discomfort, to avoid pain, to avoid discipline, to avoid the things that will get us to our destination. And of course, comfort is just like the fucking Uber Eats of regret. It delivers disappointment right at your doorstep. And the thing is, when you do change, a lot of people will say, oh, you're not yourself. These people think reinvention is fake, but staying the same, that's the fakest thing that you can do, because the current version of you isn't your true self, isn't your ideal self. It's just the default settings that have never been updated. And I think this is the biggest lie. And when you look at it from that top performance, they've all reinvented themselves. Athletes adapt, entrepreneurs pivot, creators evolve, leaders reframe. Reinvention is a necessity. And if you don't reinvent, it's like not renewing your passport. You're limiting yourself to the amount of countries that you can explore. And bro, if I acted like myself from November 2021, do you think I'd be here right now? I'd still be planning to start off my YouTube channel. I'd still be a fat block. I still wouldn't be productive. I wouldn't have achieved what I've achieved today. So now the real question becomes, how do you reinvent yourself on purpose? Of course, without overwhelming yourself, because that's going to lead to burnout. And that's going to lead you to going straight back to that current self, which is exactly what we don't want. So I'm going to be giving you the 3-step simple process. Number 1, define the future you just in one sentence. Don't make it vague, but at the same time, we ain't got to make it so poetic. I'm not telling you to write a whole essay over here. It's just got to be direct. For example, future me speaks with clarity and moves with intention. Number 2, I want you to act like him. Act like that ideal self, that future self, just by 10% today. I'm not saying 100%. All I'm saying is 10%, which is enough to build that momentum. Small shifts over here will have big identity upgrades, allowing you to push further and transcend even further. Number 3, kill this current self. Kill this outdated version of yourself with no guilt, bro. Back at a shank, back at a whap, bang. Drop the habits, drop the stories, drop the fucking excuses that you've been telling yourself every day. This is what is essential for you to evolve. Be yourself only works after you've built a version of yourself that's worth being. Does that make sense? I'm gonna say that one more time. Be yourself only works after you've built a version of you that's worth being. Until then, focus on becoming rather than being. And that's exactly what I did, which is exactly how I improved my life significantly. And if you want my free resources, or you want to book a one-to-one call to level up your life and take it to the next level, exactly like how I have and how I've helped many others do the same thing, first link in the description. Thank you for watching, and remember, your decisions today will define your tomorrow.